and thank you for tuning into Wildcast. I'm Annalise, Wille.
And I'm AJ Janos.
A new way to diagnose lung disease in earlier stages has been developed by the University of Arizona College of Medicine researchers. Little molecules made due to cellular metabolic reactions known as metabolites are analyzed in the method. These change when the metabolic process of cells change due to a normal cell transferring into a diseased one. Arizona researchers have developed technology that uses artificial intelligence to identify a disease's metabolite fingerprint. This is what will help to identify disease earlier than current methods.
The battle against COVID-19 is still in effect, and so is trying to find more ways of detecting it. Wastewater testing has become a large help in the detection of coronavirus on U of A's campus, and Wildcast reporter Jeffrey Roberts has more.
Well, while it's not the cleanest job in the world, researchers here at the University of Arizona say wastewater testing has become an essential one in fighting the battle against coronavirus. It's early in the morning when teams collect wastewater samples from water streams on campus.
We go out and we sample different locations across the campus from the wastewater streams that come out of the dorms.
Ian Pepper directs the Water and Energy Sustainability Technology Center and says collecting wastewater samples early in the morning is important to getting an accurate sample.
Around 8:30 in the morning, early in the morning is when the people are using the bathroom.
Aidan Foster is a PhD student at the West Center and says the process of collecting wastewater samples takes less than 10 minutes.
It's actually pretty quick. We open the manhole cover and there's a water stream coming out of the flow that we're interested in. We then take some 250 ml bottles with a sampling rod, basically stick it down there, collect 70 plus mils of sample, hold them on ice, close the manhole cover, and collect some more.
After those samples are collected, they're taken back to the West Center where the samples are filtered, extracted, and then examined for strains of the coronavirus. That data is then used to determine how many people on campus may be infected. In Tucson, I'm Jeffrey Roberts.
A group of U of A student researchers recently confirmed that the presumed SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket booster on course to collide into the moon in early March is actually something else. Students in the Space Domain Awareness Lab at the Lunar and Planetary Lab found that it is actually a Chinese booster from a rocket launch way back in 2014. Professor Vishnu Reddy, a co-leader of the Space Domain Awareness Lab, explained how the team compared a spectrum to Chinese SpaceX rockets and found that they match. They will continue to observe and predict exactly when they believe it will hit the moon.
Up next, an update on COVID-19 numbers,
The Spring Club Fair,
and a President's Day celebration.
We'll have all that for you when we return.
University of Arizona President Robert Robbins gave an update on COVID-19 positivity rates during his weekly briefing this morning. President Robbins revealed that coronavirus cases on campus have significantly declined from over 10% at the beginning of the semester to 2.5% between February 9th and February 18th. The state of Arizona is averaging at least 34 cases per 100,000 people per day, making it the 23rd highest state of COVID-19 infection rates. President Robbins urged that everyone on campus should continue to take precautions and get tested before and after spring break travels. He said that he is cautiously optimistic for what we will see in the weeks and months to come.
The annual Spring Club Fair recently, and many students showed up to see how they can get more involved on campus. The fair attracted many different groups and had a little something for everyone. Wildcast reporter Jillian Ryan attended the event.
Last Tuesday, February 15th, the University of Arizona hosted its club fair from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Club fairs normally occur once a semester at the mall. was a beautiful yet windy day for students to come out to check out different clubs and organizations they may find interest in. There was a general excitement about having in-person clubs back in action following previous COVID-19 protocols last year. There were tables from a variety of clubs, from the roller derby club to different religious organizations. The University of Arizona takes pride in having over 600 clubs students can become involved in. I got to talk with some students hosting tables and attendees at the event.
I'm already signed up for like half of the booths I visited, unfortunately, but I signed up for photography club, and I signed up for like a camping club.
I'm the president of Students for Equity. We're tabling here on campus at the club fair. It's really busy. It's really cool. So we're a little campus group that does equity-based social justice for Asian American, Native Hawaiians, and Pacific Islanders.
It's actually pretty impressive. I didn't expect to see this many tents and this many people. Last year I didn't see basically any at all, and so I was really excited to see that there were all these people and all these clubs walking around, and yeah.
If you happen to miss this semester's club fair, you can still find information for different clubs online at arizona.edu or wait until the fall semester for the next club fair. Reporting for UATV3, I'm Jillian Ryan.
In honor of President's Day, the U of A's Voices of Culture are presenting the I, Michael, and Beth Kasser President's Day event. The Center for the Philosophy of Freedom, the U of A, and the Office of Research and Innovation and Impact have sponsored the event, and it will take place this Tuesday, February 22nd. Senior editor of National Review, Jay Nordlinger, will give an honorary President's Day speech. The event will also feature various musical performances as well as a Q&A. This will take place in room 108 of the Center for Creative Photography and will begin at 4:40 p.m.
After the break, Wildcast sports anchor Dylan Grausz has all the latest in UA sports. Don't go away.
All right, hello, welcome to Hector's live stream. Today we're going to talk about how everything goes down on me, I guess. It's getting yelled at season, where you get yelled at all the time for things you don't do. So that's what happened last night, and I don't know how to take care of it.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Dylan Grausz, here to give you everything you need to know in Arizona sports. Adia Barnes and her team headed up to Washington this week. They took care of business against the Huskies, but fell 72-67 to the Cougars, and most importantly, are waiting on the health update on star player Kate Reese. Both her and the team, we hope to see her back on the floor sooner rather than later. The second-ranked team in the country now belongs to the Arizona Wildcats as they handled Oregon State 83-67, and sports reporter Annalise Wille was there.
This past Thursday, Arizona men's basketball faced off against Oregon State for an exciting game in the McKill Center. OSU put up an unexpected fight in the first half as the Wildcats were only up by 2 points when halftime was called. However, the Cats got their rhythm back in the second half and ended the game defeating the Beavers 83-69. The Wildcats' two most consistent scorers, Azulis Tubelis and Benedict Matherin, combined for 42 points. Christian Coloco was another dominating force for Arizona, scoring 16 points and picking up 9 rebounds. Tommy Lloyd was not thrilled about Arizona's slow start in the first half and said this about how they were able to pick up their play after halftime.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm going to wear that one today. I mean, that's on me. You know, we got a little maybe too tricky with our game planning, and, you know, to be a good team, you can't trick the game. And that's on me. You know, I just felt like our ball pressure really dropped off. You know, I thought our bigs weren't playing the way they're capable of playing. And then, you know, I really challenged the guys at halftime to pick me up. I mean, today, you know, us coaches aren't perfect either. And you know, rally around that. And the guys did a great job in picking us up to start out that second half and kind of getting us a comfortable lead.
Reporting to you for UATV Sports, I'm Annalise Wille.
This past Saturday, College Game Day and Company rolled into Tucson for the clash with the Oregon Ducks, and sports reporter Sammy Sabolka has more on both.
It was an early morning in Tucson as fans were lined up outside of the McHale Center for College Game Day starting as early as 2 a.m. That did not diminish their passion as these students brought every ounce of energy they had. Now, College Game Day each week heads to what they perceive as the game of the week. And boy, it was that and more. The Wildcats and Oregon Ducks played in what was arguably the game of the year in the Pac-12. It had highlight dunks, threes raining, and some late game drama. Tommy Lloyd and the Wildcats were able to escape with a huge win, 84-81, and point guard Kerr Carisha hit a late three to help the Wildcats in their win.
Yeah. And they went under and heated up deep, and the shot clock was down. And I told him a couple games ago, we had an end of half scenario. I'm like, Kurt, if you're coming up and you got a 28-footer, I mean, let it rip, you know, and shoot it to make it. And so, you know, he did that, and that was obviously a huge shot.
However, it was the defense of junior center Christian Coloco on the last possession of the game that eventually won the Wildcats the contest.
But as it played out, I was really comfortable once CeeLo got switched on to him out top. He was dancing with the ball. I'm like, he's going to have to hit an incredible shot to tie this game.
Soon to be ranked number 2 in the country, the Wildcats will head to Utah and battle the Utes this Thursday. For UATV3 Sports, I am Sammy Sabolka.
Ben Mathurin was named Pac-12 Player of the Week for the third time this year. He and the Cats will head to Utah and Colorado this week. The Hillenbrand Invitational was this past weekend, and the Wildcats looked to get back to good form. They went 4-1, only losing to number 16 Kentucky 7-6, as the Wildcats are still looking for a win against a ranked opponent. Chip Hale and the Wildcats swept the college baseball showdown in Texas this week and notably crushed Texas Tech 13-2. Arizona scored 35 runs over 3 games and have earned a place in the top 25. And a fun stat, outfielder Tanner Otremba racked up 17 stolen bases this week. The Wildcats will have their home opener tomorrow at 6 against GCU. But that's all I have tonight, but be sure to follow us on Instagram at UATV Sports and stick around for the rest of Wildcast, and tune in tomorrow for A Sports Show for more sports news and takes. We will be back after the break.
That's all we have for you tonight on Wildcast.
As always, be sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can watch any of our shows that you may have missed. Once again, I'm AJ Janos.
And I'm Annalise Wille. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.